Hello everyone, my name is John. Today, I will tell you how to set up uploading new rows from Google Sheets to the Infobip SMS mailing service. This is necessary in order to automatically transfer new lines from Google Sheets to other systems. For example, through Infobip you can send SMS and interact with this data in every possible way in the future. Now let's move on to the setup. First you need to create a new connection. Next, you need to select the Google Sheets data source system. Now you need to select an action. Get rows new. At this stage you need to connect your Google Sheets account to the ApiX-Drive system. In this window, you must specify the username and password of your personal Google account. At this stage, be sure to check all the checkboxes for access. When the connected login is displayed in the list, select it. Then you need to specify the file and sheet from which the data will be uploaded. In the field Start Data Loading with Row Number, you must specify the row number from which you want to start uploading data. For example, if you have 1000 rows in the table, and you do not want to transfer all these rows, you need to specify the number 999 in order to start downloading from the last one. I have 2 rows in my table, so I will specify 2. Now you can set up a data filter. In this case there is no need for this, so just click Continue. At this stage, you see the data from the line that you specified in the settings. If everything suits you, click Next. On this setting of the Google Sheets data source has been successfully completed. Now you need to move on to setting up data reception. Choose Infobip as the data receiving system. Next, you need to select an action. Send SMS. At this stage you need to connect your Infobip account to the ApiX-Drive system. In this window, you must specify the base URL and API key. In order to get this data, go to the personal account Infobip. Copy the API base URL and API key, and paste them into the corresponding fields in the ApiX-Drive system. When the required fields are filled, click Save. When the connected login is displayed in the list, select it. At this stage you see the fields that you need to fill in to send an SMS message. In the sender field, you need to select the sender's name, which must be previously registered in your Infobip account. In the recipient field, you need to specify a variable from Google Sheets that contains a phone number. In order to do this, click in the field and select a variable from the drop-down list. In the message field you need to compose an SMS message. Note that you can use not only variables, but also write values manually. When all the required fields are filled, click Continue. At this point, you see an example of the data that will be sent as SMS on each new row from Google Sheets. If something does not suit you, click Edit and go back a step. In order to check the correctness of the settings, click Send Test Data to Infobip. After successful submission, go to Infobip and check the result. If everything suits you, return to the ApiX-Drive service and continue setting up. This completes the setup for receiving Infobip data successfully. Now you need to enable auto update and select the communication interval, for example, once every 5 minutes. That's all. I wish you successful integration settings and good luck.